Now.
Sempre means rules.
English, Daddy, we're in America.
This is freaking America.
Yes. Commandos. Alright.
Now, wait, have you decided what to name the freaking thing yet?
No, we haven't.
I have a suggestion, though.
What?
It's the, I texted you, is the box of
Yes, I have that. Well, basically what I'll do is take our top 4 ones, put them on Facebook, and then people vote on which ones they like, and we'll just run with that one.
Or we could just be like, at the end of everyone typing what they want, would be like, screw you guys, we're not naming anything.
That would be really mean. Alright. What's going on, Airsofters? ODA here, and to my left we got Nick, and to my right we have Daniel. I probably haven't seen him in too many videos, but we're going to have him on a little more now. So, this is going to be our third installment of our Q&A series, and basically we just pick our questions out of the ammo can. We have yet to come up with a name for it, so what we want you guys to do, just enter your name for what you think the ammo can should be named in the comment section down below, and basically we'll pick our top 4 names for the box after, let's say, the 4th episode, put it on Facebook, and then we'll have a poll. Yeah, we'll just go from there. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. I guess I'll just go first.
Why not?
Why not? Alright. First question comes from Radical Halo Nova, sick name. Have any of you gentlemen played paintball? If so, why did you switch to Airsoft? And he has a couple other best BBs, field, or CQB. Alright, first question would be, we have not played paintball. Well, Daniel's played paintball.
I used to play competitive woodsball
for
quite a long time. The problem with paintball, for me, is that it's just so expensive. I mean, I love the sport, probably just as much as Airsoft, but Airsoft is cheaper and more tactical. See, with paintball, I would drop $80 on like Empire paintballs and stuff because you want to have accurate paint, and then the guns are expensive. But once you get all that out of the way, it's just as fun as Airsoft. It's just so expensive.
All right, and then he says, let's see what else we want. Best BBs. We use Elite Force BBs. We think those are pretty good. Mad Bull makes some good BBs as far as I know, but yeah, Elite Force would be us. And Field or CQB Field.
Field,
It's the only thing I've ever played, so...
I've never played CQB, even though I do like shooting people close up. That's always fun.
Joey and Cole love CQB. I prefer sneaking around outdoors. Personal preference. Alright, next question. You want to go for it, Nick?
Why not?
We'll go left to right. And our left to your right, too. Never mind.
This is from Trendy Drake. Where are you guys located, and where do you most commonly play Airsoft? Well, we're located right here.
Southwest Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, we mainly play at DV8, which is probably what you mostly see, and that's in Lithia.
Yeah, right Lithia, exit 250.
Yeah, right next to Plant City.
We also play at Mud Grunt.
Oh yeah, we play there quite frequently too. And recently we started playing at Combat City, which is in Orlando, but yeah, based in Florida.
Definitely want to go play in Miami, by the way.
Yeah. It's quite a drive though, man.
Oh yeah, it was.
Alright,
okay.
Your turn?
Okay, our next question comes from Michael J. with a space. Do you believe that you care more for the aesthetic of the gun, or do you care more the practicality of the gun?
That's a good question.
Now, with me, I'm more of an aesthetics guy, and I like it to be as realistic as possible. I mean, there's like an option for my 357. It's my baby right here. You can either have the 6-shot cylinder, which is the realistic one, or you can have a 24-shot, which is more practical, like higher amount of BBs that you can hold and everything else. But I'm a stickler for the realistic.
See, I have to argue with that. I go for practicality. Like, if you can smash 24 rounds in there, get 24 rounds. I mean, like, I'm not going to put on... Like, I see those dummy NVG lights, like, you can buy for your helmet. They don't do anything, but they look cool as hell. But I'm just saying, like, it's just going to add weight, so I don't know why I put that on, other than it looks cool. So I'm more about the practicality of it. And Nick?
That's kind of tough, because, like, I've put so much stuff onto my scar that it's almost become impractical. But at the same time, the range and the efficiency I get out of it,
it's like,
and it looks sick. So
I'm just gonna withhold on.
You're just gonna go middle road.
I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite with this because I've got my just make a makeshift gun belt right here. This is more practical than aesthetic. It isn't like a battle belt or anything else. But I mean, it's just a good quality leather belt that I can hold my holster and my extra BBs and my bow on. So.
So I'd say it's like there's a fine line between coolness and practicality. So, all right, back to me then. All right, Next question comes from King TJ. Is it fun to play a big game with a lot of airsofters? Now, I know some of you like shorter games and like with less people, but then when we played I don't know if you've seen it, but we played a DV8 end of the year game, and that had like, how many people do you think were there?
200.
200 people? That was amazing. That was awesome. It was kind of like an event in a way, like a big Milsim event. It wasn't really Milsim, obviously, but it was just massive just to play with so many players. It was so much fun.
It was awesome.
Well, see,
there's so many people. Sorry. There's so many people, and there's always that one guy who everyone loves who shows up.
Yeah.
Like the guy who ran around that game with his boxers and a Glock.
Yes, that guy was epic. Nick's like in the tower is like, should we shoot that guy? Yeah.
Definitely shot him, but the more players, the better. It's just, I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah, I have to say, even those small games, like I've played a Mud Grunt before, and it's just, there's maybe like 50 people there, and it's just kind of fun to hang out and stuff. It's not very strict, and for us, we're a trained group right here. We've been battle tested and everything else. It's more of target practice though with those little games.
That's
I mean, I've gotten 30, 40 plus kills in like an hour with those small games. But then when you've got big games, like we've had a DV8 before, where we've had upwards of hundreds, 200 people before, it's like
more challenging.
It's a lot more challenging. You have much more skilled players in the group that's mixed-matched and stuff together, and it just makes it more fun when we have to truck in people on like deuce and a halves and everything else because there's so many people. It's just it adds another level to it.
Exactly. All right.
Now it's my turn again. Well, that's not cool.
That's the counterweight. That box will tip over.
Take these off.
This would have been good for Joey.
Oh yeah.
Team Reaper Airsoft. What's the difference between a Polar Star and a BBR?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joey should be here for that.
Joey and Cole just went on a spree. They got, if you're listening to this, Joey, Cole, nice Polar Stars.
Well, I don't like Polar Stars.
Yeah, you can go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Polar Stars is basically they originated from a paintball setup. That's how they operate with the cylinder and everything else. The difference between gas blowback and like a gas blowback rifle and a Polestar is gas blowback rifles, the feeding system is different, how it loads the round into the chamber, and it
holds gas like in the magazine or in another compartment. Yeah. With a Polar Star, you have like a tank on your backpack and a hose that goes from the tank. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And the little hose goes into the pistol grip of your rifle.
And see, that's all paintball stuff right there. And what that does is that's what drives the cylinder, and the magazines could be just your regular M4 AEG magazines. So that's the big difference.
And the other thing is, too, they have like a little computer chip. You can also program like rate of fire, and I think FPS. I don't really know a whole much about them, but
it's really cool.
They are really awesome, but I prefer my AEGs. I'll take the AEGs.
See, I think I would branch out to Polar Star just because of, like, I already have the tanks and everything for the HPA tanks. Yeah. I already have the hose, or I think I do. I don't know if I still do or not. But, I mean, all I would need to do is buy the engine for my GMP, the Polar Star engine, and I'm set.
All right.
All you have to do. I mean, it is only like $800, but, you know,
that's
whatever.
The whole package and everything. All right. Dan?
Okay.
Yep.
This comment comes from Raphael Turtle. Hasn't seen that show in a while. Does upgrading every part of your gun better, or is upgrading every part of your gun better, or only some parts need to be upgraded?
Well, I think what he's referring to there is like, okay, take a G&G Raider, okay, for example. Now, internally the gun is pretty good, okay? You're gonna have metal gears, you're gonna have a pretty solid piston, it's gonna have a good motor. Now, if you wanted to upgrade, let's say, a high power setup, and you want to throw in a higher spring, you're probably going to want to upgrade the parts to accommodate that heavier spring. So basically there's trade-offs. And parts do make guns better, but you don't necessarily need them. So for example, I have a stock KWA CQR up there. I haven't even touched it. It's fine. It's shooting 380 FPS. I have no need to upgrade it. If I wanted it to shoot harder, I just throw a new spring in there. Maybe I throw a piston in there. And I need a high torque motor to pull the spring. So you will, if you want to make it better, you will need parts to do. Yep. And if you want to upgrade it with better parts, you can make the gun better. But I think like certain brands of guns, I mean, stock internals, they're just good. I mean, like G&G, they have really good internals. KWA, good internals.
See, G&G guns like the G&G like GR16 and the Combat Raider and everything else, those are just, when you start out airsoft, those are just good guns to have.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't really want to mess. I wouldn't mess with it too much. If I was going to get, like, if I was going to make a custom build and I wanted it to be like all upgraded and everything, have a Type 4 barrel, all that stuff, I would do what you just done. You want me to go get the gun, or where is it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Way up there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he just got a gun and he built it from scratch. He got the GMP laser products, the body and everything else, and he just put it together. And that's going to be a custom high performance gun because of all that stuff. He bought it and put it together.
Right.
With these GR16s and stuff, I'd say it's just best to leave them as is. Maybe put some optics on it, and then when you want to go further, just get a custom gun and make it.
Yeah, there you go. Or you could just like,
or add some small parts to it.
Yeah. But there's always something you can do to make it a little better, but for the most part, with stock guns, depending, like right out of the box, if they're doing what you want them to do, you really don't need to touch them all that much. But, alright, Nick?
And I guess Matt and I really can't talk about upgrading guns, because, I mean, we've done a lot to the scars.
But shot now.
You know what, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, like, the stuff we've done to the scars, we've upgraded it so much. But those VFC scars are just beasts right out of the box.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I still upgraded it. Let's see what's in that one. I want this one. Let's see here.
BLK Black and News 28.
That's a lot of consonants. How do you guys prepare the night before an airsoft war?
Right.
We don't. I stay up till midnight and watch FPS Russia or
FPS Russia. Have a nice day.
Yes.
I
get all my guns and then stay up all night.
You're like, when you procrastinate, waste to the last second, you're like, you know what, just throw the guns in a bag. Ready.
Pretty much.
See, now with me on the other hand, I actually will prepare like a day in advance.
Really?
Yeah, I'll actually get everything together, get it all just like right here. I've done like on my Instagram, I've taken a picture of my new setup, like with everything I've gotten the day before. I have all my stuff ready and like packed into a bag for the 26th game, because a lot of times with me, I tend to sleep, like want to sleep in, or I'll sleep late. Something will always happen where I'll be rushed at the last minute, so it's good for me just to plan ahead and have everything together.
I like to prepare. I'll meet you guys in the middle. I like to prepare like the day of. I'll get up in the morning and I'll charge the batteries for the cameras and just for the batteries for the guns, and then I'll load the magazines up, and then just throw everything in the bag, so when I wake up in the morning, I can just pick up the gear and throw it in the car. I really don't go full out like Daniel does, like a couple days before. So.
I'm not really as bad as I come across, like with that. I mean, I just keep my gear ready.
He keeps the device.
I mean, it's
just
fun.
Like if you ever seen this room, it's just all right there. You're just ready to take it out and go.
Right. So that's.
All right, I think we have about time for one more question, so I guess I'll go ahead and answer it. All right. Not a long one. Where do you find all these fields to play, and what do you use to record the videos? Well, Google is a good tool. We've heard about the fields from friends, and that's basically how we found them. But if you're looking for airsoft fields in your area, I recommend using Google or any search engine. Just type in like airsoft fields.
A lot of times they'll be registered as like a sports venue or something.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times all you can do is just look for airsoft sports parks, and they'll have ratings of the place and everything else. That's how I found Mud Grunt for the first time.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Okay.
Before I even heard it from you, I found it like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And what we use to record, we use contours to record. We prefer them over GoPros. The reason for that is...
And GoPros are big and bulky.
That's the problem. That's the debatable thing. They have better quality than contour cameras, but I don't like the bulkiness of them. And you can put them on your forehead, but I don't like how that looks. That's just my personal preference. I don't like how that turns out on camera. With the contour, when you turn your head sideways and on your sights, it gives you a nice streamlined look at the gun. But when you're with the contour, it's kind of like looking down on the gun. And I just find that less appealing. My opinion, you may have a different opinion, but...
Well, see, I had an idea for the GoPro a while back, and I haven't gotten around to it, but you can get something called a bicycle mount for your GoPro, like a short one. And what I was thinking is have we ever done gun cameras before?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
See, my idea for a GoPro gun camera is so we can get it to turn out really well video, because what we can do is you can take the handlebar mount, the bicycle mount, and put it on the buffer tube.
Oh, okay. Or you can just put the contour in. face it back towards you. That's the other thing.
Well, see, yeah, it's just it all depends. But see, I have a GoPro. I don't have a contour, so if I were ever do shooting by myself, that's what I would.
Yeah, you could just like put a bike mount on the barrel and then like you said.
Yeah, I don't have either.
All right, I think we can answer one more because I'm a little short.
Yeah,
all right. Okay, I'm so excited to answer the questions. I just can't help myself.
It's like a fortune cookie. Sapphire Tunic, that's interesting. What is your favorite field to play, and what is your favorite game mode? Well, I'd have to say my favorite is DV8 for sure. I've had the best Airsoft experience there. It's the most fun, most mil sim as it gets for Florida, right around here, I'd say. And my favorite game mode is Elimination.
Straight up elimination?
Yeah, we're like that one time where we just had, there was like 2 people left on that other side of the fence, and we just all bum rushed them.
Oh, that was good.
Just
that was awesome.
Charged them in the rain and everything else. I mean, elimination is always fun because you have those last pockets of people where you can just straight on, or you're those people and you got to defend.
Oh yeah, that's always exciting because it's like a last stand sort of feeling to it.
Alamo type deal.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. DV8, my favorite field. My favorite game mode, though, would have to be like the ones where you have to go outside the base and complete objectives. And then you win games by scoring objectives and getting points off of those objectives. Like, we had that one, I think it's DV8 Part 9, episodes 1 through 3, or maybe 4, I forget how many there were. But anyway, what we did was we had the central base, and the other team had the other base. And this is what they're going to be doing on the 26th as well, is they're going to have these 80 players come out to the field, 40 per team, and basically what they'll do, the base commander will have objectives set out in the field, like almost like a I forget what they're called, escape my mind, you have to, okay, I forget. But what you have to do is you have to go out in the field and find scavengers. My God, why couldn't I remember that? I don't know, I feel dumb now. Anyway, you go out in the field and you find, like, say an ammo can, like we did. We had to go out and find that box of medic ropes in that airplane.
I got stuck.
That
was really fun. That was epic. And like, we got the box back to the base, and we got points for getting the box back to the base. And by the end of the game, whoever has the most objectives completed gets the win. And it's not necessarily based off of kills so much as teamwork, gameplay, and like communication. I like that. That's my personal style, how I like to play. Nick?
I'm going to go with DV8 as my favorite field, too. I mean, where else do you get to play with tanks?
Yes.
And where else do you get to frag tanks? It's awesome.
Except for we never get to drive the tanks.
We used to. We used to,
and now multicam always drives the tanks. But I like to blow up tanks. Not real. That's bad. I like to frag the tanks.
Speak for yourself.
That's fun. And game mode, probably the same thing as Matt. The long games where it's just one game straight through the day. That was probably the most fun I've ever had. Although I will say, we played Juggernaut at Mudgrunt.
I hated that.
The paint game. I loved that because I got to act like a total idiot, and it was just part of the game. Yeah, and I didn't. It was great, but overall, just DV8 and the straight up all day games, which are awesome.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, I think that'll about wrap it up for our Q&A video. If you got any questions for future Q&A videos, leave them in the comment section down below. And now basically we'll get to them, throw them in our ammo can. Again, we need a name for it, so leave a name for it in the comment section down below.
Box of Many Wonders.
That's his name. He wants that really bad. Just leave your comments, comment section down below, and cut them up, throw them in here, and then we'll hopefully answer them in the next video. So, thanks for watching.